If you have seen Gravity Falls, you know Grunkle Stan isn't the real criminal of the show, because there is a one-eyed Dorito who is the real kingpin around here. He can literally imagine anything he wants and make it happen, but we can do the same. So let's imagine a world where Bill Cipher actually faces the consequences for his crimes in Gravity Falls. So without any further ado, let's go back to the beginning. Bill is first seen in episode 19 of the first season. Gideon summons Bill Cipher and strikes a deal. Bill would enter Stan's mind, and in return, Gideon will help him with a future favor. Mabel and Seuss were secretly watching and rushed over to Dipper. Dipper takes a look at journal number 3 and learns they have to enter Stan's mind to stop him. The group performs a ritual and joins in. And this already brings us to the first crime on the list, because before we could even start, Bill is already behind bars, because right after he was summoned, he flexes his powers by removing the teeth from a deer's mouth.
Sure I am. What's your point?
He may have put them back like nothing happened, but we got it on camera and in our courtroom. This counts as animal cruelty and can fetch him up to 1 year of jail time. But if you thought that was weird, well, we are just warming up. Bill succeeds in entering Stan's mindscape, where he encounters Mabel, Dipper, and Seuss, telling them he expected them. Mabel tries to confront him but ends up walking right through him. Bill shoots Dipper with a laser, which creates a hole in his stomach but doesn't kill him.
Yeah, look out for the triangle guy.
It's him. It's the guy.
I had a hunch I might bump into you.
He did intend to hurt Dipper, but it was in the dreamscape, so Dipper doesn't exactly get hurt. Because of that, we're not going to count this as a crime. Bill disguises himself as Seuss, and along with the others, explores Stan's memories, which include his time in jail, a past job as a vacuum salesman, and a bad date with Lazy Susan. Bill reveals his true form, taunts Mabel and Seuss, and takes the memory of the code. Mabel and Seuss confront Bill, and just as he's about to give Gideon the code, Mabel shoots it into the bottomless pit, causing Gideon to back out of the deal.
Let's just destroy the door before Bill can find it.
I just saw a memory of Stan roller skating and wearing short shorts.
In the mindscape, he may not be able to hurt anyone for real, but impersonating Seuss counts as identity fraud and could fetch him up to 10 years behind bars. But Bill wasn't having it, so decided he was ready to duel.
It's time to duel!
Creates an arena to battle Mabel, Seuss, and Mabel's dream boys with nightmares. Dipper rushes to save Mabel and Seuss, who are trapped in nightmarish visions. Bill is torturing them. Seuss is faced with a British dog man, and Mabel is turned ugly, which counts as mutilation and adds 3 years to his sentence.
Any idea what I'm like?
When I'm mad, nightmares!
What did you do to my...
Dipper arrives and shows them how to make dreams real, using his laser vision. Mabel creates kitten head projectiles, and Seuss generates a question mark beam from his stomach. As they prepare to defeat Bill, he halts them, acknowledging their cleverness and sparing their lives for future use. He warns them of an impending evil and leaves.
Hey, Bill! What?
Like have kittens for fists? Hamster ball shields, activate!
He attempted to kill all 3 of them, and would have probably succeeded if Dipper didn't find out they could have powers in the dreamscape. So that counts as his first of many murder attempts, which could get him life in prison. And that is for every person involved, so 3 life sentences in total. In episode 4 of the second season, Dipper, frustrated with his laptop, heads to the roof to try one last time. There, Bill Cipher appears and admits he'd been watching Dipper since they met in season 1.
Well. You're awfully persistent, Pine Tree. I've been keeping an
Eye on you.
since then.
This counts as stalking and adds a year and up to $7,000 in fines to his sentence. He offers to help him unlock the laptop in exchange for a small favor. Dipper, remembering their previous encounter, refuses. Bill assures him the offer will still stand, and Dipper wakes up screaming from a nightmare. Dipper, facing a data wipe on the laptop, is given an ultimatum by Bill: accept a deal for a puppet or lose the laptop's secrets. He reluctantly agrees, however. Bill then possesses Dipper's body, destroys the laptop, and reveals that Dipper was the puppet he wanted all along, planning to destroy Journal 3 and thwart his efforts.
Mabel is useless. Man.
Too many failed entries.
Huh? I'm gonna lose everything? I only have one more try?
Well. All I want is a puppet.
A puppet? What are you playing at?
Tick-tock, kid.
Fine! What? What?
Sorry, kid, but you're my puppet now.
Taking possession and disguising himself as another person is basically identity fraud in this world, and would fetch him another 10 years of jail time. Bill tortures Dipper's body, so that counts as assault, so let's add another year for that.
Woo! Pain is hilarious.
Why are you doing this? I thought we had a deal.
Race you to the bottom of the stairs.
and he finds out Mabel has borrowed the journal for her play. He follows the group to the show, where he takes the role of a reverend to access the journal, hidden in a prop wedding cake. Dipper, now a ghost, tries to warn Mabel but can't be seen. He possesses a sock puppet to communicate, revealing Bill's plan. She is scared but conflicted, not wanting to ruin her show or lose Gabe's attention however she climbs to retrieve the journal, but falls into the cake, only to be saved by Bill in Dipper's body, who threatens to ruin the play unless she hands it over. After some manipulation, Mabel gives him the journal, but then, recalling Dipper's sacrifices, she pulls it back, pulling Bill into the cake and disrupting the play. On stage, she uses Dipper's weaknesses to defeat Bill, causing him to collapse and exit Dipper's body.
But you're in Dipper's body.
Body shutting down. Must scratch. Whoa, 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 hey!
And when I think about this is not just identity fraud. In theory, Dipper would never have gotten his body back, which would mean he would have lost his life. So that's another life sentence for the pyramid. In episode 17 of season 2, Mabel wishes for summer to last forever, and Blendin Blandin appears, offering to create a time bubble using a device called the Rift, which belongs to Stan. Unaware of its importance, Mabel finds the Rift in Dipper's bag and hands it over to Blendin. As Blendin destroys the Rift, releasing an otherworldly energy, he's revealed to be possessed by Bill Cipher, who knocks Mabel unconscious. This counts as more identity fraud and adds 10 years extra. They don't like to see minors getting assaulted. And as Mabel is the prettiest and most wholesome minor in the universe, he would definitely receive a maximum sentence of 20 years and a fine of $375,000 for assaulting her. And that is the objective truth. So let's take a quick breather and acknowledge the fact that Mr. Dorito Man is only 35 years in jail and needs to pay fines up to $382,000. That's not too bad, right? Oh wait, I forgot the 4 lifetimes he needs to spend too. But let me tell you, from here on out, it will get weird and wild because Bill enters the physical world, opening a gateway to the nightmare realm, causing an interdimensional rift, and attempting to destroy the world should be illegal, right? So for that, he can immediately get a front seat on death row. Dipper and Ford investigate the chaos and discover that they've failed to prevent Weirdmageddon. The scene ends with Bill rising into the sky, the gateway to the nightmare realm open, and the Pines family facing an uncertain and perilous future.
Gate between worlds has opened. The day has come. The world is finally mine.
What's going on? What is that?
It's the end of the world.
Oh, it's happened.
The episode picks up with Bill Cipher gaining a physical form and unleashing chaos in Gravity Falls. Mabel is captured and trapped in a pink bubble. Let's add 4 years for false imprisonment, while Bill grows into a monstrous pyramid-like creature and declares himself the ruler of the town.
Skin puppets for
1 trillion years.
I am all for Bill Cipher being the mayor of Gravity Falls, but I'm sorry, Bill, you can't just take over like that. In Gravity Falls, there needs to be a fair election for you to become the mayor. Storming in like this and seizing power would be usurpation and gets you a fine of $750. Oh, and you can pay that fine during your 6 months behind bars. He then introduces his terrifying allies from the Nightmare Realm: 8-Ball, Cryptos, Xanthar, Teeth, Keyhole, Hectorgon, Amorphous Shape, Pyronica, Pacifier, and a horde of Eyebats, and causes widespread havoc by turning the townspeople to stone, spreading madness, and summoning a giant pyramid as his new fortress. Bill ends with a declaration that time is dead and reality has no meaning, ushering in Weirdmageddon.
8-Ball, Cryptos. This is our town now, boys.
Get on out of here!
Yeah.
The rich capitalist, I welcome your tyrannical rule. Horseman of the apocalypse?
Dad?
Not now, sweetie.
How about instead I shuffle the functions of every hole in your face?
As they rush to act, a gnome warns them of an incoming weirdness wave, and the two retreat into the shack just as a giant pink tsunami floods the town. The wave transforms things in bizarre ways. Sue's grill becomes a monster, and his abuelita is turned into a chair.
I reign supreme! Here's Mageddon!
Seuss heads out to help others, while Stan, distracted by Gompers chewing his fez, is chased by the now giant goat. The wave also brings arcade characters like Rumble McSkirmish to life. Here, he terrorizes the town and mutilates people, turning them into stone and even turning Abuelita into a chair.
Weirdmageddon.
For good!
Freedom! Freedom to punch!
Oh my.
Get any better!
This is straight up terrorism and earns him a second seat on death row. So we might need to revive Bill the first time just to kill him again. For the mass mutilation, he gets another lifetime in jail, and he can pay some more fines for property destruction. 10 million seems fair. Meanwhile, at the Gravity Falls maximum security prison, Lil Gideon and the other inmates are having a finger painting session. When the counselor criticizes his Mabel-themed artwork, the inmates rally behind him, and Gompers burst through the wall to help them escape. Upon seeing the town's chaos, Gideon notes Bill's arrival. Bill and his friends prepare for more destruction of the town, including arson, drawing up to $375,000 in fines and 3 years in jail and destruction of public property, getting him another 5 extra years. Meanwhile, Dipper and Ford secretly watch from the church rooftop, with Ford holding a mysterious suitcase labeled Experiment 618. Ford tries to use a quantum destabilizer to stop Bill, but the church bell comes to life, causing him to miss the shot. Bill regenerates and retaliates by destroying the church tower with a laser. Ford and Dipper are injured, but Ford throws Dipper the 3 journals before Bill towers over him. Dipper hides to avoid being seen. Bill captures Ford and offers him a chance to join him, but Ford refuses and is turned into a golden statue. This counts as attempted murder, as it is unclear if Ford will ever be turned back. Another life sentence it is. Dipper tries to stop Bill but fails, getting hit by Bill and slamming into the trees behind him. That's another year. And Bill destroys the journals while threatening Dipper. Bill then leaves in a transformed car, leaving Dipper to be chased by monsters. Still following? I mean, I'm pretty cooked with all the laws involved. So let's take another breather so you can hit the subscribe button and leave a like. And I really urge you to subscribe otherwise. Next time you open up some flamin' hot Doritos, the Cipher might be in there. So where were we? Bill and his friends are having the time of their lives inside the pyramid, planning phase 2 of Weirdmageddon. The time police interrupt, but Bill quickly vaporizes them.
My body is a temple! How dare you!
And how about this?
Oh man!
That's committing mass murder, which will fetch him another death sentence, and the party resumes. Meanwhile, Dipper and Wendy break into an automart to steal a car and find Mabel, but they're confronted by Gideon and his gang of escaped inmates who reveal that Bill has ordered their unlawful arrest. Ordering a gang of beauty prisoners to illegally arrest people adds a nice 4 more years. Inside the pyramid, Ford is trapped in a study, chained to the floor. Bill Cipher appears, playing a piano, and reveals that Ford is in a penthouse suite at the top of the pyramid. Bill explains he has gained the ability to control space, time, and matter, and he plans to destroy this dimension, just as he did with his original home in the second dimension. However, he is stuck in Gravity Falls, unable to leave due to its powerful, strange magnetic force that Ford has studied for years. Ford knows there's an equation to break this barrier, but refuses to share it with Bill. Bill offers Ford unlimited power, but is rejected. Bill then threatens to enter Ford's mind to find the equation, but is reminded by Ford that he would need to make a deal first. Bill tortures Ford, trying to find his weakness to force him into agreeing. Torturing another individual would add 15 years to his sentence. And no, I didn't just skip over the fact he destroyed his entire dimension and everyone and thing in it.
Imagine living in the second dimension. I liberated my dimension, Stanford, and I'm here to liberate yours.
That should count as a double whammy death sentence, as it's genocide and omnicide at the same time, with omnicide being the destruction of the entire planet or dimension or whatever. Bill's anger grows as Ford praises Dipper and Mabel for their bravery. Bill notices Ford's affection for the twins and considers exploiting this weakness, considering torturing them instead. He attempts to crush the Shacktron built by the refugees, but the unicorn barrier protects it. Enraged, Bill repeatedly punches the Shacktron.
No, 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 no!
The refugees seize the opportunity to counterattack, using the dinosaur arm to rip out Bill's eye and distract him. With Bill momentarily stunned, the group launches a rescue mission to save Ford. Dipper, Mabel, Stan, Seuss, McGucket, Wendy, Pacifica, and Sheriff Blubs parachute into the pyramid, using Mabel's sweaters as makeshift parachutes. The group lands beside the human throne, and Mabel uses her grappling hook to reach the petrified Ford. Stan urges Mabel to grab Ford and leave, but Dipper hesitates, unsure how to reverse the petrification. And he should get another death sentence for all the petrified people in his throne. I hope they are not conscious. Imagine being in the exact position Bill's ass would be. That's just painful, as he is not what you would call curvy. He literally is a triangle.
Living alive.
This massive throne of frozen human agony. Don't worry, they're not conscious anymore, probably.
They have friendly faces.
Whoops, back.
Meanwhile, Gideon is imprisoned in a cage above. He's dressed in a sailor costume, a result of Bill's punishment for his betrayal, forced to dance eternally. That's 4 years for the false imprisonment and another death sentence for the eternal gritty.
Bill captured me. He's been forcing me to do cute dance today. I'm so tired of being...
Gideon explains that Tyler Cutebiker, a statue within the throne, is the key. Removing him will collapse the throne and restore everyone to normal. Dipper pulls out Tyler, and the throne disintegrates, freeing the petrified individuals. In the chaos, Gideon's cage falls, releasing him from his captivity. Dipper and Mabel escape, but are quickly recaptured by Bill's henchmen. Bill plans to kill one of the kids and chooses Mabel, but Dipper steps in and he chases them, attempting to murder them. 2 more life sentences. But before they could die, Ford agrees to a deal, offering himself in exchange for their freedom. Bill, thinking he's entering Ford's mind, finds himself in Stan's mind instead, as Stan and Ford exchanged clothes while Bill chased the twins. Ford erases Stan's memories using the memory gun, and with Bill in Stan's mind, he is wiped along with Stan's memories.
I'm here. I'm finally here. You really know how to clear your...
Turn around and look at me, you one-eyed demon! You're a real wise guy, but
No! What's happening to me? People, I will pay you! Stan! guess I was good for something after all.
Mind wiped, Gravity Falls is restored, and Bill's petrified form remains as the only reminder of Weirdmageddon. In the end, Bill Cipher's reign of chaos in Gravity Falls would make any courtroom meltdown seem tame. Bill would go to jail for 76 years and 6 months, has to pay a fine of $10,757,750, and he can rot another 8 lifetimes and has to be killed and revived 6 times for his death sentences. And if you thought I would end there, well, for now it does, but Alex Hirsch did just release the Book of Bill, which is probably filled with 100 more death sentences, but that's maybe for another time. If you'd like to see this guy go to jail, make sure to click the video on screen now.